the United States Supreme Court has permitted Donald Trump's administration to proceed with significant reductions in teacher training grants. This decision is part of Trump's broader effort to limit diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. It marks Trump's first victory at the nation's highest judicial body since his return to office in January. The court ruled 5-4 to temporarily halt an order from U.S. District Judge Myon Jaun, based in Boston, which required the Department of Education to restore funding for grants in 8 Democratic-led states. This legal challenge by the states is ongoing. Conservative Chief Justice John Roberts and the court's 3 liberal justices dissented from the decision. The Supreme Court holds a 6-3 conservative majority, with the 3 justices appointed by Trump during his first term siding with him in this decision. The court's brief and unsigned opinion stated that the administration is likely to succeed in showing the district court lacked jurisdiction to order the payment of money, as was the case here. This decision is an early win for Trump, after previous court refusals to allow him to immediately dismiss a U.S. watchdog agency head or withhold payments to foreign aid groups for past work. The 8 states, California, Colorado, Illinois, Maryland, Massachusetts, New Jersey, New York, and Wisconsin, filed a lawsuit after the Department of Education announced on February 17 that it had cut $600 million in teacher training funds. These funds were supporting what the department termed divisive ideologies, including diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. Judge Jaun had determined that the administration likely violated the Administrative Procedure Act, a U.S. law governing federal agency actions. The Department of Education abruptly terminated grants awarded under programs authorized by Congress without providing individualized analyses of the programs. The Teacher Quality Partnership and Supporting Effective Educator grant programs were established to support institutions that recruit and train educators, particularly in rural and underserved communities. Trump and officials in his administration have accused various judges who have issued rulings impeding his policies of overstepping their authority. The Justice Department argued to the Supreme Court that federal judges are impermissibly micromanaging government spending decisions. U.S. Attorney General Pamela Bondi, appointed by Trump, stated that the decision marks a significant victory for President Trump and the rule of law. She emphasized that the Supreme Court ruling supports the Department of Justice's argument that local district judges do not have jurisdiction to control taxpayer dollars or unilaterally halt President Trump's policy agenda. Grant recipients receive a standardized letter informing them that the Department of Education does not support programs or organizations promoting diversity, equity, and inclusion, or any other initiatives that unlawfully discriminate based on race, color, religion, sex, national origin, or another protected characteristic. Without an order to restore funding, dozens of programs upon which public schools, public universities, students, teachers, and faculty rely will be gutted, Judge Jaun wrote in his temporary restraining order. In its decision, the Supreme Court suggested that the challenge should have been brought before a different judicial body, the Court of Federal Claims, which specializes in money damages claims against the government. Liberal Justice Elena Kagan expressed her disagreement in a dissenting opinion, stating that the reasoning presented in the decision is at the least underdeveloped and very possibly wrong. She criticized the court's decision to grant this emergency application without a strong legal basis. Fellow liberal Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson also expressed her concerns and stated there was no reason to doubt Judge Jaun's findings. She highlighted that allowing the department to reinstate these terminations contradicts Congress's goals in enacting these programs and entrusting their implementation to the department. The Boston-based First U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals had previously declined to pause Judge Jaun's order. However, Trump and his advisor Elon Musk have moved to dismantle the Education Department as part of their plan to reduce the federal workforce and reshape the government. Trump signed an executive order on March 20 as a first step towards eliminating the department, fulfilling a long-standing campaign promise to conservatives. Completely abolishing the department would require an act of Congress, for which Trump currently lacks sufficient votes.